All right, what's going on? I'm going to give you card stacks here, and it's been a minute since I've recorded. I was just super busy last week. Wednesday through Friday, I was out of town traveling. This is just a really busy 2-week stretch for me with travel. I fly out again later this week, and I'll be out. So just trying to catch up on some stuff. I had a lot of sales from Thursday to, I guess, today, so we'll run through that. I'm way behind on mail. We'll run through that. And then really, I don't know what else today will bring us. We'll go to the post office. We'll ship some stuff. I need to post some content. I need to make sure that I've got at least 1 or 2 more videos for the rest of the week while I'm gone. And then we'll be back to regular scheduled stuff, I imagine, after that. So let's jump right to it. Let's see what we've got going on today. Let's do some cards. All right, so let's start with sales. I don't know dollar-wise what this is, but we'll recap this. So I went through actually last week a bunch of boxes, and I'm trying to sort and get rid of some stuff. So I had a box of like base stuff for draft, and lucky me, I had 14 Kyle Williams base cards. Just right team, right situation with New England. It's like New England, Green Bay, Dallas. Those are like your top 3 teams that you really want those skill guys to go to, and especially with a team that needs receivers. So I think I sold that for like $15 shipped on all those. I luckily just had a lot of base. Like I kept those. He was a guy that I've just always kind of liked. I got into Washington State breaks as well at the beginning of the product, like the day it released. So that was nice. This was a nice one. Got it for $1 on collects. I think I needed like a $3 minimum for somebody. I only wanted a $2 card. Threw this in. That one sold for $4. That would have been a nice scan back card. Took an offer at $5. Kind of collect Cooper a little bit, not really, not so much if I'm selling this for $5, but cool color match. One of the best safeties in the country, little brother of Tristan Cooper, guy from Arizona. Elijah Moore, nice one here. That one sold for $20, 3 of 10. Barrett Carter, I think I took an offer at $6. Sold this for $3 or $5, I don't remember. There was a time I was selling these for $15, pretty crazy. Phil Maffa, now at Dallas. I think he got drafted. I'm pretty sure he was late in the draft. Sold it for $20. I was getting a lot of offers at 12, 15, 16. I just kept declining. I'm like, it's a Dallas Cowboys running back. He could pop off. Finally sold at full price for 20. Took an offer on this one, Rachel Nichols. I bought this 1 of 1. The day I was watching the Leaf podcast of CC2, I think he was talking about Rachel Nichols. This 1 of 1 was like 50, 60 bucks. Sold it for 100. So that was a nice, cool card, her only card, her best card, I would say. But I'll take my $25 margin there. I was wrong. I was very wrong on Paige Beckers in general. I remember I was buying these and I was like, man, they're $20 right now. I think they'll be 30. And I don't know, was it, just the cycle of the college season? Was it Panini dropping all of their cards, right? More cards in circulation. Now she's got her Prism rated prospect. Now she's got her Bowman first. But so I was wrong. These are doing like 10, 13 bucks, I guess you could say, because I sold these all for 13. I was also wrong because I sent these a ton to COMC because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send these to COMC. I don't want to deal with them. They're easier there. I think I'm going to lose, or I'm going to net less sending them to COMC now, processing them for 80 cents. I think the floor is at 10 bucks. These are selling daily at $13 a piece. So after fees, I don't know, maybe eBay fees calculator will make me feel a little bit better. But I definitely think I'm probably shorting myself about $2 a piece, and I probably sent about 20 of them to COMC. So I was double wrong on those, but maybe good to know, like if you really price your hot players, your Paige Beckers, your Arch Mannings, all Shedeur Sanders, if you price them at that right price point, the lowest available, they're going to move quickly. So I think that's my lesson learned. I think big base like that's over $10, right? I think that's also the other caveat, like an Arch Manning. I don't want to send $2 Hannah Hidalgo $2 Hannah Hidalgo base cards. I'll send to COMC. I think that's a little bit more worth it. That was part of the 300 card lot for I think like $2. I think that as well for $2. Sold this one for 80. I had someone cancel and someone bought it again. I had an issue with their address. We had to cancel it. They had to update their address. And then this is a nice one, Joyce Edwards team logo variation. Got this for $100 from Coach Doug's with a Joyce Edwards auto and a Hannah Hidalgo auto, both on cards. Sold this one for 100 off of X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So I'm into those other 2 cards for nothing, which is amazing. All right, and then one thing I did want to talk about was a Patreon that I think I'm going to be starting. It's just something that's always been in the back of my mind, and it's something that I wanted to do and just work towards, where basically it's more of the prospecting side and more of the kind of the research side of things. That's what I really enjoy, is digging through checklists, analyzing everything. I talk about it a lot in my videos, of course, and you get that. But here I wanted to make kind of more of a solidified, not program, but just a solidified piece of content, I guess, where I have, some things in my mind where I've already created 2 pieces of content where it's top 10 Bowman autos under $10. And then another one, I think it's like top 8 NFL preseason autos or buys. And so I have kind of a whole breakdown. I've made a whole graphic. I'll have separate videos for that. But just, again, something that I've always wanted to work towards and build out. I've got a couple, I guess I could pull open. I've got a couple of lists, and I'm always open to just whatever people are interested in. So autos under $20, the top 10 stash and hold players, the top 50 overall, top 10 QBs, running backs, wide receivers, whatever. So that's just what I've started with. I already have 2 done. I do want to record videos, and I just want to test it out. See, is it worth it? Will people respond positively to it? Price-wise, I was thinking $4 or $5 a month. I just think about it from my perspective of like, I'm very big on like, oh my God, there's so many monthly subscriptions and fees and things that we have to pay, every single month to not need to, but things that we want to spend our money on monthly in the card hobby, right? So I think like 4 or 5, like 4 is like $1 a week, all right? Like I think about that. 5, whatever. Don't really want to go over that, but let me know if you'd be interested. I think I'm going to be launching that sometime this week or next, probably next week. So I'm already creating content. If, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So that's what's been on my mind. That's what I've been working on over the last weekend. Of course, always open to suggestions and such. But again, just more of the emphasis on prospecting. Basically, if you love the prospecting side of things and want to get even deeper in the analysis and thought process and plays and everything that goes into it, I think it's for you. I think you'll learn something. I think it'd be worth it. But again, just want to start to develop it first before I actually launch. I also forgot about this card. Bought this card for $1, maybe even less, because I got it in a 2-card lot at a show. Sold it for $12. Not a bad day when you're making those kind of margins. Cool. All right, do you mind if I open up some mail? It's been a minute, so I don't know what's in here. What is this? Oh, this is from Dylan in the Discord. Good guy Dylan. I see. I know he had sent me something earlier. He sent everyone all of the mods. Let me adjust the lighting. Jacob Cowing, what is this, a hyper? And a Ricky Pearsall optic, lovely. He sent me a couple of other Jacob Cowings before that I have in another binder. So there we go. Jacob Cowing, I hope he does well, man. I hope he can crack the rotation. And of course, Ricky Pearsall as well. Two guys that I am closely attached to now at San Francisco. Thank you, Dylan, for that. You know what? I think I was filtering lowest to highest on Haas Haney, and this was it. So hopefully under, Gaby guessed $6 there. All right, here's a cool one. John Mateer on it. He does not have a lot of cards. He will be in Bowman U, so this is going to be a priority to sell before the season. We've got, 2 months before that, but John Mateer is kind of my guy. I don't think it's as likely to happen as a Cam Ward or a Jaden Daniels, right? But like, if there is a guy this year, I think it's John Mateer to make that jump. What is this? Ty Simpson base. Let's see. It looks like that was 54 cents for those. Some Jeremiah Love. This was $1.08 for these. Oh, 4 of them? Yes, 4 of these. Love that. DJ Lagway. Oh, man. Look at that. 6 of these puppies for $6.12. A refractor. This was $1. Nice. Walker White, I believe that was that was 27 cents. Ryan Williams, $1 for those. And then this Aqua Mini Diamond, 52 cents on that one. So not bad for $15. I mean, I feel like I could sell that for 3 or 4. These are doing close to $1 on COMC. That's got to be $1. This has got to be $4 or $5. These are doing $2 on COMC. This almost makes my money back. These are doing $2.50 on COMC, so excellent COMC cards. Of course, I got to pay the 50 cents to submit it, but another John Mateer here, College Colors. So this is, I don't know, like their downtown, I guess you could say. Although they actually have like downtowns. I forgot what they're called. Like city limits or campus. I don't know. They're okay. They're pretty cool. I don't know. There's no Arizona one, so it's hard to judge. I guess I'd have to go off like Arizona State. Like that's the campus that I would know. Eugene Wilson Auto. Okay, yep. So this was like $6. We're seeing a pretty decent jump, I would say, in prices right now. I think this was like $6. The next cheapest is 10. So I'll buy those base autos. I've been buying base autos quite a bit. It's just, I'd rather buy, let's say a gold auto is $40. I'd rather buy 6 of these for the same price. A guy that I like a little bit more, and I think his prices started going up. I think I caught this one. It was like a pick your team or pick your player type listing. I think I got this for about $10. Little star for Malachi Fields right there at Notre Dame now. Here we go. So, you see me kind of straying a little bit, like a lot of wide receivers in this, and, not guys that I've typically been buying a ton of, but wanting to take some chances here. Elijah Surratt on the futures, former JMU kid, 1,000-yard receiver, the number one guy at Indiana. We'll see what Fernando Mendoza does and what Buddy does in year 2. Why am I blanking on his name? Kurt Signetti. There we go. All right, these I bought on eBay a while ago. Eli Holstein. I think actually I bought these like the day or the day after that Bowman University dropped their, or I guess Topps at the conference dropped their little preview of Bowman University. And Eli Holstein is going to be in the product again in his Pitt uni with the update, so not his first, but I liked these. His prices are creeping up, man. There was a time you could buy his autos for $15, and now they're about $30. So I thought this gold was a good price at like $60. I think this was at $30. So just getting graded copies, the gold, I think will be a good value. Oh, this is a sick one for the PC. Ancient Mew PSA 7. I've been talking to my buddy Mason for a while about these Ancient Mews. We've been both buying, old nostalgic stuff. Ancient Mew is just one of those cards that I just remember vividly as a kid, and I had a copy of this. It was beat up. It would probably PSA 1 if I still knew the whereabouts of it, but interesting. I think I got this from Collects. That was a close one. We got a couple, Daniil Hunter and Harold Landry. There we go. It's a throw-in. Haas Haney. I love this gold crack, or this green cracked ice. Colorblind. 3 of 3. That's just a sick image. All right, this I bought on eBay. It's the Jaden Greathouse Pulse Auto. What I like about these, so these are, I think, out of the Heat Seeker boxes. These are on-card autos, and it's only one auto per, box. It's like a $30 box. You get one auto, and some of the autos, they're just repeats from other sets, but Greathouse, this is his only card you're finding. I really loved him in the college football playoffs. Unlicensed for Notre Dame, does not matter at all. All right, yeah, this mail is pretty old, but got this Arch Manning blue USA flag for $150. Someone else in the Discord, I think, was selling it for $100 at one point, and I regret not buying it. I bought the true blue, but then I was like, you know what? I feel like people like the American flag in there, especially Texas. So Luke Altmaier. So I have one Luke Altmaier auto with me in person, and I keep getting offers on it, and I want to hold firm on him just because his stuff is really dried up. And I think this one was pretty cheap, like $15. And of course his base I think is doing about 20. So change the lighting here. Let's sort through and see what would I send to COMC. What am I keeping? So these, very easy. Send to COMC. Send to COMC. A lot of these. All of these basically. I just need to penny sleeve all these, but yeah, that's all going to COMC. These will binder. These will be interesting. Do I COMC it? Probably. Just not something I'm truly wanting to hold. I'll probably hold that. I'll probably hold that. Probably hold that. Hold. That one they sent to me as an extra. I'll probably hold that. COMC. COMC. I'll hold. I feel like I'm not sending a ton to COMC, so it's kind of almost these autos, like the Eugene Wilson maybe. Maybe the Eugene is better there. I don't know. I think that's probably solid. Actually, that's a solid stack. So this is what I will work on to list on eBay, take photos, and do all of that such. So that'll probably be a tomorrow or a tonight task. But that's pretty much all I've got until we get to the post office. All my mail is in there. So feel pretty good. Feel like we're in a good spot for the end of the day. Just drop off at the post office. All right, I realized I never filmed an outro yesterday, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna get started on my day, maybe record something else later, and that'll do it. So peace, love you, bye.